when you get these four things, tea, durian, rice, and touch and go card, I can say you become a local.
Meet Dinara, a digital nomad who spent over 5 years exploring Southeast Asia and has now chosen Kuala Lumpur as her home. We discuss how living in Malaysia changes foreigners, the process of obtaining a digital nomad visa in KL, and the deadly virus common in Malaysia. I'm Max, an entrepreneur and YouTuber from Singapore. Let's get started.
You maybe obtain some habits, I don't know, local habits.
What I noticed that now I don't eat bread, maybe one piece in the morning, but all my meals come with rice. I was shocked recently that when I found out, I realized that, oh, you're real Asian now. Actually, there are a few things I say that you become local. So the first one, when you start enjoying durian, bubble tea. Another one is when you start eating rice with every meal, or twice a day, let's say. And third one, I'm not sure you know it, it's when you get this special stick for touch and go card. So when you go through toll roads, you need to pay, right? And here they have this, you don't use just card in your hand, you use the special stick.
Oh, really?
It looks like a
I've never
stick
seen
that
it.
you use to kill flies, or the one that you use to cook. In the end, you just insert your card and it's going to be a stick with this. So when you get these four things, tea, durian, rice, and touch and go card, I can say you become a local. I noticed that I changed while living here because everyone is like, hi, how are you? And so on and so on. I am also like this. And when I go back to my home country, everyone looks at me like, why are you asking so many questions? Why are you smiling? And that's the thing I learned from Malaysians. Everywhere you go, it would be like, oh, what are you doing? Oh, hello. I lived in Bukit Jalil for a long time. It's an area a bit away from city center. There are my favorite spots that I used to go to all the time. I recently been there again. I went to dental clinic. And I was like, oh, okay, let's go to the cafe and then let's go to the park. And everyone there still knows me, they still remember me. And it's so sweet. We as Russians, we never smile, we never talk. And I feel so awkward, For example, if I go to elevator here, and in elevator there are local people, it would be okay. We would be like, oh, hi, hello. But if there were Russians, now there are so many Russians in KL, it would be so awkward. We would be just standing and trying to keep this serious face. It's really difficult.
What's your favorite, 3 favorite Malaysian dish?
The first one now is durian.
Is it true that you eat durian and then you go for a drink, for alcohol? You can die.
I'm not sure, but we read with my friends, just in case, to be on the safe side, how much durian you can eat per day. So we don't cross that limit.
How much you can eat per day?
200 grams or a 1 cup. Or, here they sell it on these plastic platters. So just 1 plastic platter.
To be on the safe side.
Yeah. I can say I don't like nasi lemak because it's too spicy for me. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, roti canai. I love it. Oh my God. I feel so guilty sometimes because I really like it, but I know that it's heavy and it's oily, but it's really good.
What are your favorite places to go here in KL? What would be your ideal day look like here, day off?
First, I'd have breakfast outside, probably somewhere around Intermark or KLCC. It depends. It can be also a local breakfast, and we would just go somewhere, drive for an hour. That's a normal thing to do, just to get that special noodle. I love walking. It surprises everyone here. I walk let's say 10,000 steps a day, 15, 20, 25,000 steps a day.
That's a lot.
Like I'm in my home country.
Yeah.
So I love to walk in Ampang Hilir area. It's where all embassies are. It's super quiet, safe, and no cars. We love walking there with my friends. Also, we love to walk to Chinatown from KLCC. It's not that much, I think, but it's quite interesting because, Chinatown is beautiful, there is art. There are a lot of bars as well and restaurants. So we would just, meet here with my friends in KLCC and then walk to Chinatown. The goal would be to eat there. There is Titiwangsa Park where you can just take bicycle for 10 ringgit and just go around. It's so beautiful. If there is no public holiday, I would probably try to go somewhere like Ipoh. It has amazing food there and hidden bars. But my favorite spot of this year is Fraser's Hill. It's cold highlands. Some people say it's like a British spot in Malaysia. I wouldn't say there are a lot of things to do, but I just love to drive there with this crazy road, enjoy the view, cold weather. You wake up and it's cold for real.
Wow.
So that's cool, and you see this beautiful views. So Fraser's Hill, Ipoh, and Malacca, of course. It's really authentic. And of course, islands. I mean, if I have a bit more than 2 days, I would go to Ridang, Langtinga, Perhentian, all those places. Love it.
Since you are, like, your family is Muslim, does it help being in Malaysia that you're from this background?
I would say that, yes, my family is Muslim, but the only person who follows all the rules, the only person who follows all traditions is my great-grandmother. The rest are, I wouldn't say that they are very religious. Even my grannies, they aren't that religious. So,
Yeah.
of course, when I go to Muslim countries, it's totally different. It's not the way my family treats religion
Yeah.
and so on. But here, I wasn't shocked again because I lived in Tunis for 3 years. It's a Muslim country. When I moved to Tunis, I was shocked. I was like, what's happening? Why? And I was complaining sometimes, of course. But when I came here,
About what?
for example, once I was going by bus to the capital, it was really hot, it was like 35 degrees. Buses there aren't as good as in Malaysia, so it was really hot and I wanted to drink. And it was Ramadan time. So I just opened bottle quietly, I drank a little bit, and then I offered it to my boyfriend. And he was like, Dee, what are you doing? He wasn't fasting, by the way. But
Like-
he was like, Dee, what are you doing?
Water, not
It's just the
not
water.
alcohol.
No, just water. Yeah, so I offered him, because it's a habit, I often say, like, do you want? Would you like some? He was like, Dee, what are you doing? He's not fasting. And I get the feeling that also some people look at me with this, you know, like, they give me this look.
There in Tunisia.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I felt like it's a bit unfair. I mean, I'm not fasting. Maybe my religion is different. Who knows? But come on. And I felt like a bit that it was not fair because I'm not doing anything bad and it's just my thing. But still, I got these looks and anger and all these things. In Tunisia, I was shocked because there were so many different things. It's an Arab country on the north of Africa. It's a bit more there. And here, it's much more flexible. People respect each other, whatever your religion is, whatever your nationality is. Everyone is okay.
Yeah.
And during this Ramadan, for example, I haven't had any problems because you might be a Hindu, you might be Muslim, you might be Christian, anything. It depends. And everyone is totally fine with it.
Can you recall any like crazy stories that happened to you here? No need to be like super crazy, but maybe something interesting that you tell your friends when you meet them.
Last year I got dengue and I didn't know it was dengue, okay? So it's just I felt so weird. My skin was itchy and I felt cold and I felt hot. Then I thought, oh Dee, you are overworking again, as always. Just go and chill. But that night I had to sleep in my hoodie, pants and 2 blankets and I still felt crazy like this, you know, hot and cold and so on. I went to clinic downstairs because one of my colleagues said that it might be dengue and I was like, oh, I never heard about it. I went to the clinic downstairs, they took my blood and confirmed I have it. And then I posted this on my Instagram and everyone was like, Dee, what's happening? How are you? And you know, and everyone got so worried and I was like, I'm okay, I'm just tired, normal. And then I figured that it's a very serious thing.
It is.
And I like how people treat it here. As soon as I left the clinic, I think the doctor reported this to Ministry of Health. I got a call from Ministry of Health, right? Like, you know, I just left the building and I got a call and they asked me a lot of different questions. And then next day they came to my apartment, they checked everything with light and everything. I was like, wow. This is amazing. I like this fast reaction. And I think after that, our management got little problems because it's about how they do fogging and so on.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, not sure if it's crazy enough. It's not.
Yeah, it's
But
interesting.
let's see if I remember.
Not many people got. I know maybe just a couple of people who get dengue in Singapore. It's actually little. It's dangerous thing.
Yes, most of my friends after that they told me that they were in the hospital. Some of them they couldn't recover, and I was like, wow, it was so light for me then. So I was lucky.
So basically, you're like true digital nomad.
I'm officially digital nomad because I got my visa here as a digital nomad. I guess I was like one of the first people who got it.
Oh, right. Tell me, it's super interesting. Like how you get it? What's the visa? What can you do with this visa? How long is it? Is it difficult to get?
First thing, digital nomad visa is for digital nomads, people who work online as freelancers or remote workers. For remote workers, it's mostly in IT field, marketing, content production, and so on.
Do you need to show them that you actually do this,
Yes.
that you in this field?
Yeah, there is a list of documents that I actually created, and sometimes I just share it with my friends. It's like a guide. I had to show the proof of my income, which has bank statements. I had to show a contract in Russian and in English with my company or client, depends like how you apply as a freelancer, because I applied as a remote worker. Bank statements, 3 months and 1 year. Also, I attached available balance just in case, so they see that at the moment I also have money. Contracts, and then the rest of documents are quite easy. They are very usual, like, letter of good conduct as well. That took a while because I have to get it from my home country. And the rest was easy. CV, work experience, description of work experience. And of course you have to pay the fee, which is about 1,060. You pay the fee, then 1,500 is a deposit, but it depends on the country. And of course the immigration fee. So overall I'd say it costs around 2,500 ringgit, which is very affordable. And you can get a visa from 3 months to 12 months. You can bring your family with this visa. You can get dependents, like 2 dependents, 3 dependents, up to you. In future, you can also extend for another year. And that's what I'm planning to do. I'm going to extend my visa maybe for 3 or 6 months extra in the end.
Is there a minimum salary, a minimum income that you need to generate?
Yes, of course. So most important thing is that you work online and you have a proof that you work online and you have a stable income, which is your contracts and so on and so on.
Yeah.
And the income should be higher than $2,000 or 9,000 ringgit, let's say.
A month, yeah.
Yep. And about taxes, I know that many people would ask, and it's a huge question right now.
Yeah.
Every day I get these inquiries. If your country has double taxation agreement with Malaysia, then you can just pay taxes in your home country. For example, now I pay taxes in Russia, and I don't have to pay it here. Just to double confirm, because I was worried that I would pay double tax and it's a lot. I went to tax services twice to find out about it, just to make sure that I know for sure, because many people don't know. It's a new program. There is little information. It's issued by Malaysia Digital Economy Corporation, and they not always know what to answer you. For example, when I asked about taxes last time, they told me they are not authorized agency. I had to go to tax services myself. But this visa is amazing. I mean, 2,500 ringgit, you get your 1 year or 3 months visa, depends what you apply for.
Yeah.
And you just get to live here. That's amazing.
YouTube thinks this is the best video for you. If it's bad, it's not my fault. Blame YouTube, so go check it out.